Ik vind het heel leuk dat ze in de studio zijn. Twee belangrijke leden van de B-52's. Well, I don't know what that is, but the audience is getting wilder every day. It must be you. I'm sure about that. Now, what I was wondering, how can a band with such a positive sound and a positive image still have a name that a lot of people associate with the plane that dropped the first atom bomb?
Well, we've always said that it was based on the hairdo, or it's a super vitamin. It's hard to get people to think otherwise, but it's about the hairdo, not the bombers. We're against bombing anybody.
And who isn't, right?
Really?
Or us bombing too.
Okay, now 13 years ago, you started in Athens, Georgia, right? You started out.
Yes,
out there.
1976.
Were you studying there, or?
Well, I was born there, and Fred came there to college. He was going to be a forest ranger. And we all met
We all met in Georgia. We were friends and partied together, and then one night we decided, after having drinks at a Chinese restaurant, to start a band.
What period was that? You were starting out as a band in Athens.
It was sort of after the hippie era and before the new wave era. We just Athens is a liberal college town and has a lot going on for it. So we really enjoyed living there, and it was conducive to starting a band.
So you weren't really, dying to get out of Athens, basically?
No, it was a cheap place to live and a real liberal place, to hang out.
Well, you don't have a lot of them in the south of America. Liberal
places. There's a few places, but we were lucky to live in Athens.
Okay, now you moved to New York in 78, I understand.
79.
So that was 79.
That's when we signed with the record company, because there wasn't really a scene going on in Athens that would support us, and all our business and management was in New York, so we decided, why not see the world, we'll move to New York, but we still have friends and family in Athens.
But isn't that a risky step to take, to suddenly move to New York? Or did you already know a lot of people there?
Well,
we had signed. We had signed with the label, so we sort of knew that we had a career.
But it was kind of scary because it was like moving from a nice, sunny, warm, friendly place to all of a sudden it seemed like a cold, I don't know. People weren't so friendly.
Are you a real Southerner or not? You've still got this Southern accent. You do not still live in Athens, do you?
No. I live in the West Village, but I don't know. It's one of those things I can't seem to get rid of.
Stays with you.
Yeah, it just hangs on,
Well, it sounds good, though. Can you still remember your first appearance you had in New York, your first live appearance? Was that like the world, or?
It was Max's Kansas City, which was a club where groups like the Velvet Underground and a lot of the punk bands played, New York Dolls. So we were real excited. We didn't realize we played on a December night on a Monday where nobody would go, but we thought it was great because we were playing there. And when we were on stage, I was supposed to pull the curtains open with a string. When I pulled the string, it broke. And so we were standing there with the music, and the curtains wouldn't open, so we had to throw them open. It's sort of embarrassing, but it was fun.
And first time we played, I think we hid behind the curtains. We were so nervous.
We thought that would be it. We were going to go back to Georgia and go back to washing dishes and selling sandwiches and stuff, but luckily a friend of ours said, do you want the band to come back? And so they said, oh yeah, have them come back, so we did, and after that we started playing around.
But still, isn't it hard to make a living as a basically, in the beginning, unknown band?
We didn't make any money, we were paying to play.
That's right. It cost us about $150.
No, come on.
Yeah.
No, we didn't. We supported ourselves with real bad jobs, and being in a band was a hobby. We just did it for fun. We lost money every time we played.
Well, what kind of jobs did you have then?
Well, I washed dishes and cleaned pots at a restaurant.
Keith and Ricky worked at a bus station that Keith's parents ran. And I was like a waitress at a luncheonette counter.
Cindy made peachy burger melts.
A very bad luncheonette counter.
And Kate
really
worked
greasy
at a paper.
Spoon. Yeah.
But to drag yourself through that, do you have like an ultimate goal then to become famous or whatever?
Not really. We just took it one day at a time. It was fun being in a band, so we did it. And then gradually it got bigger and bigger, and so we had a career. We didn't plan on being rock and rollers. It just happened.
Now, in the first couple of years of your existence, B-52's were basically very popular with students. How do you think that is?
Well, I guess because we're geniuses and they're geniuses.
And how does that show? Tell me
I don't
about
know.
that.
I guess basically we got our exposure on the college stations.
college stations,
and
yeah.
The alternative radio played us, so we had a big following from colleges.
And now we're getting picked up by regular radio stations, and we're getting bigger audiences all over.
Is that basically because the people who used to play on college radio stations own their own stations now, or
That's
what?
true.
You think
a lot of the DJs played us in college, and now they're in a position to play what they want, and they want to play our music, and it even though our music's a little more adventurous than a lot of the stuff you hear, it goes over fine. People should be able to hear whatever they want, all different kinds of music.
Okay, now your new album, Cosmic Thing. What's this cosmic thing about you? How serious are you about that?
Well, everybody's got a soul, and you got to shake it loose, keep it moving. Just shake your cosmic thing. Live life and enjoy it.
And do you believe in UFOs and things
You
like
bet.
that? Another
definitely.
planet, life on other planets?
How do you think we got to Earth?
I don't know. Where you from? Voltern or
Neptune.
Yeah. I recognize that about you now. Okay. Do you think you've become more political in the past couple of years as a band, or?
We've always been, we're politically aware. We've always been concerned about what's going on. It's just more recently that we've been able to write about it, and sing about it, and do more benefits. So, it's part of our lives, and we just want to do it. We don't want to be preachy. We're just going to do whatever we can to make the earth a better place to live. Seriously.
Yeah, but still, a lot of bands use it just as a, as jumping on the bandwagon and go like, yeah, sure.
No, we've always talked about it in interviews. It's just now we're doing more interviews, and people realize that there's more to our lives than parties and funny clothes and stuff.
You don't necessarily have to sing about it necessarily all the time. You can talk about it.
Out go the polyester suits, and in goes the
Natural fibers.
natural fibers.
Or recycled polyester.
Okay. Now it was really good news to hear that you were organizing an NIH concert.
Yeah, we're going to be doing a big AIDS benefit this summer in LA, and most of the money is going to go to people who have AIDS. So it'll make
donating their time and.
Okay, and what will it look like? Who will be there, you think?
We're going to be playing They Might Be Giants and maybe one or two other groups, and everybody involved with the concert is going to donate their time and money, so all the money will be going to the AIDS charities rather than organizations, so we've been very lucky in that respect.
Okay, I wish you lots of luck with that.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot for being here.
Thank you.
One more question. Now, I would like to have an answer of both of you. In 20 years from now, when they're going to compile the big book of musical history, what do you think, how would you like the B-52's to be named there? As what kind of band?
Rock and roll.
Basically rock and roll.
Oh, I guess just the best band that ever lived.
Okay, let's be modest here. Well, I'm looking forward to see you on stage in a moment. First, though, tell me what your favorite video is. We've got it queued up here, or at least the director
you
knows.
chose it.
No, you chose it.
No, I thought you chose it.
But they forced it onto you, right?
No, I thought you chose it.
I didn't choose.
I didn't choose it either.
Oh, well, you didn't choose a
Well,
video
my
at
favorite
all?
video is our own video. I don't know.
Well, we'll see you on stage in a moment.
Well, we'll see. It's a mystery.
Which one?
No, it's a mystery what you're going to see.
Okay, well, let's just see if we recognize it.
See what we chose.
Okay.
That's the deal here.
Hi, this is Tina Turner, and you're watching Europe's #1 rock show, Countdown.